Hello, everybody, and a good day to you all. Today, I am talking about Legends of Tomorrow, episode number 4, Abomination. In this episode here, the Legends have to go back in time to the Civil War era, and they have to fix what happened to save the save history. Because see, a time traveler goes back in time, and he was affected with a virus. And because he was affected by a virus, he affected all the Confederate soldiers, and then they became zombies. And it's up to the crew to cure the people, to get rid of the zombie virus, and to also send a message to the north, to the northern soldiers, because one of the people who they had as their I guess you could say spy or messenger or scout was killed in the process. So they gotta fix that and make sure history stays intact. So the team separates in different groups. You have Dr. Martin Stein and Ray Palmer. They're still on the ship because Ray had to come up with a cure for the zombie virus. But the problem with this is Dr. Martin Stein has a phobia against zombies. Ever since he was a child, he couldn't watch zombie movies because they freaked him out. So now his worst nightmare is now come true. And that's messed up. And so they had to start off by saving Mick because Mick was affected. And then you have Jackson, and then you have Amaya, who, aka Vixen. They're working together to try to infiltrate this plantation home to get the plans to give it back to the North so they can help win the war. And in the process, even though Jackson and Amaya knew the history about what happened in slavery, as a black person, we all know the history. But seeing it and living it and experiencing it for himself gave it a whole different meaning. Because it's one thing to know about it and read about it in books and to see it like on a movie or something like that. But when you have to live it, you have to experience it for yourself, it takes on a whole different meaning. And he has to learn how to. The thing is though, he has to learn how to help without changing history too much, and he has to be involved to do his job. But he also has to take things too because he can't disrupt the history and what was actually going on. It's really messed up place he was in, and it was interesting to watch Franz Germain go through this experience because Dr. Martin Stein was worried about Jefferson, knowing he had to see this, and Jefferson pretty much told him that it doesn't really matter what era we go back into. I'm going to experience racism. I'm going to experience it because we went through the past plenty of times, and racism has affected me in different ways. But this time it was different because he was still considered free or a person, even though they might put him down or may talk about him in a negative way. He didn't have to worry about them killing him or whipping him or beating him or cutting off with a pinches just to prove a point. So it was a different. This is at the height and the worst of American history right now, of racism at its worst. And seeing that in real life took on a whole different meaning for him. And then you have Sarah Lance and Nate. They're working alongside Jennifer Ulysses Grant to try to help those soldiers in the war and also get the cure to help them kill off the zombies. So that's what's going on in this episode right here. Actually, I really enjoyed this episode a whole lot. Watching the new member of Vixen become part of the team and working alongside Jackson, I like their chemistry between one another. Will they become a couple? I don't know, but I actually didn't like them to working together because both of them had different stances on what to do in the time. Vixen was all about stopping it right away, and Jackson was just, we can't just stop everything, even though I hate this too. What's going on is horrible and it's messed up, and it shouldn't have happened at all. But we can't stop it right now because it could mess up the whole history and the balance. So finding him trying to learn how to help without changing too much to affect history was interesting to watch. And watching how Martin Stein actually cared about Jefferson because he understands what he was going through. Because in a way, he's almost like a father to him. And so he's like looking out for his son. He knows his son gonna go out in a dangerous situation, and he's gonna experience something that he won't be able to. It's gonna affect the rest of his life. And he's trying to protect him from that, but also understanding he had to see it for himself too. It was very interesting to watch. And also, Ray Palmer, played by Brandon Roth, watching him struggle, trying to find his place on this new super team, and trying to find where he belongs and what he should do and how he can contribute to the team because he doesn't have a suit anymore. So overall, great episode. I really did enjoy it a whole lot. It had action. It had funny moments too. I really did enjoy it, despite all the darkness that was involved in this episode. I highly recommend it. So check it out for yourself. I'll take my word for it. Hopefully, when you watch it, you have fun watching it too. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode of Legends of Tomorrow. And if you haven't seen it, I say go check it out for yourself. Hopefully, you will have fun watching it. Well, that's all I gotta say about that. So give my channel a big like and thumbs up. Boom, and subscribe to my channel and share. I really would appreciate it. So like I always say in my dreams and in real life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, peoples.